Hi, I'm Alois from Ping Skills and welcome to session 13 of your training plan. Our focus for the next 4 sessions will be on placement. This session will be on finding the best place to play the ball. So work on your own physical warm-up and remember the main idea of the physical warm-up is to get your heart rate up and to get the blood flowing. For our on-table warm-up today, we're going to place the ball down the lines, just to give you a different perspective of where you can hit the ball. So 5 minutes on the forehand and then 5 minutes on the backhand. And don't forget to do some top spinning as well.
So our first training drill for today is going to be our placement drill with our forehand. So what I'm going to do is, from the same spot, I'm going to hit one ball to the forehand, one ball to the middle and one ball to the backhand. Then I'll just repeat that. Now this is really good for working on my placement. While I'm making the top spin shots to those 3 spots, my partner's going to be ready and block back to the same spot for me. So they're going to have to block from wide, block from the middle and block from the backhand. Alright, let's take a look at this in action. Back to the forehand, into the middle, down there. So the purpose of this exercise is to get you comfortable in playing your forehand to any location. Now, the key here is to try not to make your stroke too different when you're playing to those different locations. If you're going across court, you might hit the ball slightly earlier, and if you're going to go down the line, you might hit it just slightly later. But there's not too much of a difference. Now the other thing you can do is you can just alter your wrist a bit. So you can play almost the same stroke, but just have your wrist open a bit to get the ball to go down the line, and just in a normal position to go across court. So we're going to do this drill for 7 minutes, have a 1-minute changeover, and then your partner's going to have a turn. In a second drill, we're going to work on our placement again. So I'm going to be top spinning from the forehand side, just like in the first drill, and the first ball I'm going to hit across court. Then I'm going to play anywhere, and my partner's got to block back to my forehand. What you're trying to achieve in this drill is to make it hard for your opponent to make a good block back to you. So you've got to work out where it's going to be difficult for your opponent to block the ball from. The other thing that's good about this routine is that you've got to make a decision every time the ball comes to you about where you're going to hit it, which is more game-like. So once again, I'll do the drill for 7 minutes, we'll have a 1-minute changeover, and then my partner will do the drill for 7 minutes. For our third training drill, we're going to break it up into 2 parts. So the first part, we're going to go for 7 minutes, and both players are going to hit the ball anywhere. Now the aim here is not to hit the ball hard, you've got to hit it slow, and you've got to try and outplace your opponent. So for the rest of the 15-minute routine, we're going to play a game using exactly what we did for the first 7 minutes. So we're going to play anywhere, and you get a point if you outplace your opponent. So start the rally with a simple flat, long serve. The match drill today is designed to help you improve your placement of your forehand topspin against backspin. So we're going to start with a short backspin serve, my opponent's going to push the ball long to my forehand, and then I'm going to make the forehand topspin. Now here, I get to choose again where I play the ball. And what I want to try and do is make it as difficult as I can for my opponent. So I'm going to pick the spot that I think he's going to struggle with. So don't just play your forehand to one spot. On each ball, you've got to decide. Have a look at where the ball's placed, see with your peripheral vision where your opponent is, and make the decision. Okay? So try different spots. Try the forehand, the middle, the backhand, and concentrate on improving your forehand topspin with this placement in mind. So I'm going to do the drill for 7 minutes, 1 minute changeover. My partner does the drill for 7 minutes. By now you're probably getting pretty tired, a bit sweaty, so take a 10-minute break, drink some water and get ready for the next part of our session.
Games time.
It is games time, I love it.
So today, Jeff, we're going to do normal games, but our focus for this session has been on our placement. So what I want you to really focus on is where you're placing the ball. We focused a lot on our first forehand topspin today. So especially with that ball, I want you to focus on where you're placing that ball and thinking about what the best place to play the ball to is.
So how do we know what the best place to place it is?
So you need to experiment a little bit against each opponent that you play. So for Jeff, I know I can play it anywhere and I'm going to win the point. But for different people, you need to work out where their weaker side is. But then also each rally, you need to be aware, be watching. If you see them leaning to one side, then you need to play the ball to the other side. And that's a skill that you start to develop the more games you play.
So when you say you see them, you still should be focusing on the ball, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're using what's called peripheral vision. So it's like you're seeing it out of the corner of your eye. So you're watching the ball, but while I'm watching the ball, I can still see what's happening over there. So I can see that you're moving one way or the other way.
Okay, all right. So really focus on that and try and work out what's the best place for every ball.
Every ball.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's have a game. Are you ready?
I certainly am.
All right.
Lovell.
Oh, that was useful. Now I know where to play to you.
Oh, that's a bad thing. So today's service practice is going to focus on your placement again, but we're going to focus on placing the ball long and fast. So you can use a variety of serves. To get the ball travelling fast and long, it's important to get the ball close to you on the first bounce, and you need to contact the ball really fast to get the ball to go long. So the other key to getting the ball fast is to make sure that that ball is just getting over the top of the net. So obviously going wide can be effective because it's taking the other player away from the table, but also don't forget to serve long and fast into their middle where they need to make that decision. So use a variety of positions on the table. So go out now and complete session 13. And don't forget, after you complete the session, to go to the Ping Skills Vault and record your session.